Okay, here I am. The Tea Partiers have and the million vets have liberated the World War II Memorial and then the Lincoln Memorial, which there are videotapes of. Sarah Palin, Ted Cruz, Don Bongino, Greta Van Susteren, and other media types were here. Sarah Palin handed out flags to people. Now they're making their way to the White House. But this is the Vietnam Memorial, huh? And I've never come down here to this. I knew it was a wall. I'm going to drive by and videotape it, I think. I've never, if you can ride a bike into it, which maybe you can. I've never actually come down to the Vietnam War Memorial. Probably the little... I hope it rains terribly on these fuckers later today. Probably if I ride a bike down there, they'll have a fit, so I'm not going to. Anyway, everybody's marching to the White House now. Their activities have liberated all these pieces of the mall so that tourists are actually going up in the Lincoln Memorial. Japanese families taking pictures. People otherwise wouldn't be able to, but because hundreds of these people tore down the barricades, everybody is allowed to enjoy it. Even though it's a cold and wet day. Cool and damp. Like, cool, damp, and windy. All the joggers you see, of course, are mainly locals. They're all the little federal bureaucrats who essentially were having this turned into private exercise land for them because the tourists had been thrown out. So that was a side benefit to the government class of having, these people are walking off of the barricade. You should take that home as a souvenir. I'm serious. I am serious. Yeah, they might not, yeah, you need a truck.
We're giving it back to our emperor-in-chief.
Yeah, I think you should just take it.
Yeah, the truck is at home though.
I will refrain from saying melt it down and turn it into shot, but
Oh wow.
okay, so I have a random question for you while you're carrying something heavy.
Yes.
What are you going to be for Halloween, if anything? A knight in shining armor. We'll see, and you just melt that down and you have the armor. Maybe I would tell you should actually carry that to the White House and leave it in front of that, but the last time somebody did something crazy in front of the White House, they shot her, so, be careful. They might have padlocked them. Of course, there are trees. Sorry. Did you want? I wasn't aiming for you, but if you'd like to be in it.
Oh, we're famous enough.
Yeah, but it'll help my video because you're famous. I'm gonna just put in that famous gal. Somebody up ahead has a megaphone. Oh, more people with a barricade. I wish these people would just take the barricades home. But I think they're returning them somewhere where they started out. I don't know. Somewhere along on this side is the Federal Reserve Bank. So, that might actually be it. It's around here. I just heard a man in a truck ask somebody how many American flags he sold. Sarah Palin is apparently giving them out for free. I'm going to take to the grass. At least for a little while. So these are all people coming from the Lincoln Memorial to the White House. Previously we were at the World War II Memorial and the Lincoln Memorial. They liberated both of those. I don't know if this means that we're not going to liberate the White House, but I'm hoping. barricades. Here's 2 barricades.
Everywhere I go. Right now, it's sitting in my damn
You did? That's what you need. That's the thing.
There's a big paddy wagon up ahead. I don't know what they're doing. I'll go across the street while I can. There's a black limousine town car, which you see all over DC, and a big black truck with tinted windows. I wonder who's in that. Seems to be another grass group picking up trash. I don't know if they're a continuation of yesterday's Freedom Works trash picker-uppers or not, or maybe a local group. Our local DC government has decided to spend, I don't know what it is, $50,000 a day or $50,000 a week or something, emptying trash from federal property, including the mall, so that vermin are not bred, which allows me to make a little speech about public property and the Treasury Commons. Public property is, of course, one of the major vectors for vermin, rapists, murderers, rats, burglars, mosquitoes. And if it were private property, it might be actionable and you might be able to charge people for the costs they've imposed on you through torts. But since it's public property, you can't. Which just shows us that everything should be privatized so that the world will be healthier and safer. Move or don't. It's a constant DC problem. You're waiting for someone to get out of an intersection so you can cross through it and they slow down. I have actually crawled on top of that little stone building with 3 other people, one of whom I knew. Sat on the roof at a slant to watch the fireworks explode overhead. More cop cars. And more cop cars. Of course, this one's actually doing something. He's actually directing traffic, which is always bad in DC anyway. He's letting the Tea Partiers cross, preventing irate bureaucrats from trying to run them down, which I've seen happen. They're all thanking him because they are nice Tea Partiers. Going off into the mud. The Tea Partiers are asking the traffic cops things like, "How are you doing today, sir?" They're much more polite than I would be. But then I'm an actual Tea Party anarchist and not just a Tea Partier. I think if you signed up for this overpaid government job with a great pension where you frequently just stand around and some cold, wet weather and unpleasantness is perhaps your due. But the Tea Partiers are nice. So here we are in the grounds behind the White House.
barricade down. They're like carrying and bringing barricades down towards the White House.
Those massive government buildings over there. I think that's the Agency for International Development. This is the old executive office building. That's the back of the White House. You can't see through the trees. The IRS and the so-called Justice Department are on the other side of the Agency for International Development. And the State Department and World Bank and IMF are close by.